So I feel like women are just built different. We're built to withstand suffering.
Yes.
Where are those women when it's time to go to war? I got something to tell you. You're wrong. Men can suffer like no other. Coach Greg, and in today's video, Akaash is going for a handy, I'm not kidding, I'm not making this shit up, as his wife gave him permission because she feels bad.
Bruh.
I'm telling you, this isn't going to end well, and I'm not just making shit up, I'm going to show you the proof. Well, the solution to all of his problems, it's called a postnuptial agreement. We can all say that she's lying, that she doesn't love her husband, that she's a gold digger, and she can simply disagree. And technically, we can't know the actual answer. All Akaash has to do is say, look, I am not sure if you really love me, and all I'm asking is for you to sign this postnuptial agreement. In the event of a divorce initiated by you, rather than getting half, I'm going to give you 10%. It's more than enough. It's fair. And if you love me, you will sign this document. And so why would someone sign a postnuptial agreement? Well, I'll tell you why. One of the partners becomes wealthy after the marriage. One partner feels threatened, perhaps that they're being taken advantage of, and they want to ensure that that person is there for them and not for their money. They want to know that they wouldn't just leave them and take half. We all know that when prenuptial agreements are signed, the odds of the marriage lasting increase by 30%. And so if you ask your partner after the fact, after you've been married, after you become a multimillionaire, I would like you to sign this. It's to prove to the world that you're not just after me for my money. After all, you made me the laughing stock. You made jokes about me. You embarrassed me. You did all of these things. And so this is the least it can do. And frankly, it's just a piece of paper. Obviously, we're in love. Obviously, we're never going to get a divorce. Why would we ever do that? And so it means practically nothing. And so all you have to do is sign this piece of paper and we can prove to the world you aren't a gold digger. Because if she was a gold digger, there's no way she's signing it. Why would she sign it? She's there for the money. But by signing it, it proves her love and devotion for Akaash. And so why not bring this up? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? She says no, and you discover she is there for your money, and you then get a divorce and you move on. Why procrastinate? Why wait for later when you can do it now? The only thing worse about staying married to someone that you don't love is staying married one day longer than that.
So you're not going to divorce and take half her money? That's off the table?
No, sadly, no.
Damn.
I thought about it because she's such a liar.
And so they bring up, you're not going to get a divorce. He jokes, no, sadly, it's not going to happen. Well, press her on it. Ask her. Bring it to the forefront. I promise you, it's going to end in two ways. She signs it, or she doesn't sign it. If she signs it, Akaash is right, and the rest of the world, including myself, we got it wrong. We have to make apology videos. We frankly embarrassed ourselves, and we are all the laughing stock. Option B, she refuses to sign it, we were all right, and he gets to move on. Where is the lose? No matter what, it's a win. Either he wins by proving to the world that he was right, or he wins by moving on. It is the only maneuver, the only move that remains.
Listen,
Hand jobs.
yeah. You have an absolute permission slip to do this.
Yeah, I think I do.
Oh yeah, so she literally said you can just do it. And
Yeah.
she seemed quite serious, like she was remorseful for what you've been put through.
What she put me through.
Yeah.
You thought I was kidding. You thought I was joking. You thought I was exaggerating, that I was making shit up. Earlier in the podcast, she told him that she could do it. They asked her, are you serious? How much would it bother you? She said, 30%. A little bit, but it's just a handy, and that's work that I don't want to have to do.
You don't have the
but
cigarette
you're
lighter
comfortable
attached.
sharing this.
Yeah.
But then there's other things you're not.
Because I also feel like this could help girls out. You know,
Yeah.
I'm on an SSRI, so sometimes you need a little boost. So
Yes.
why not?
She describes in the video that she, in fact, is on an SSRI, which is typically given for people with depression, mood behaviors, and so on. And they are notorious for reducing your sex drive. Hence why they added sexy time toys, at least one. Nothing wrong with that.
We were talking about this. You didn't say where. right?
Yeah, I think I want to go to a place where it's legal because I assume the women will not be just old and Asian.
And so he says he wants to go somewhere where it's legal. They discuss about whether or not the eyes are going to be open. And he says, well, it depends on how hot she is. Now, remember, she specifically said the lady has to be less attractive than she is, which in my opinion is going to be very difficult to find, as most females are going to be more attractive than her.
Are you going eyes open or eyes closed?
But it depends.
If they're Asian. Or wait, what was the?
Yeah.
How many of you think that this is a good idea? How many of you think that she's being honest? I see it as being one of two different possibilities, and both are bad. Option number one, she literally means it. Go and get a handy. Why would I care? She doesn't love him anymore. She doesn't give a shit. And so he can be with anyone. It would hardly even bother. Why would it faze her as long as he buys her her bag Hermes and so on? Option two, she doesn't want him to do it and she's testing him to see if he does. And so if he does, she's going to say, I knew it all along. You really went and did that? How could you? I need another bag. And one every single day of the week. Or I want a divorce. See how easy that is? My husband, he strayed. Went and got a handy. Didn't you know I was joking? It was on a podcast. And so no matter what she does, popping her pussy, of which she explains in this video that it simply meant, putting on her heels and dancing. Having a good time.
Popping pussy.
Yeah, let's just get some definition.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So we really think that she has all of these definitions intact. That popping your pussy doesn't mean you're having sexy time with anyone. And that hooking up, it just means that you give a guy a kiss on the cheek. From the same woman who claims she woke up with a sore butthole for almost no reason.
But I just remember him trying to sneak a finger, and I was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
But then the next day, it was kind of feeling sore, but it wouldn't, if it had been anything else, it would, that would have been a whole other story. It would have been
hey, I love to go out and bend girls over. And by that, I mean, I like going to the gym and working out. That's what it means. I mean, why would you have thought that popping my pussy at white boy frat houses meant dressing up to go dancing in these white boy frat houses? And what exactly is going on? So you dress up with your 3-inch heels and your outfits, and you go and dance around, and you go home alone? That's what popping your pussy means. In your world.
The act of getting dressed up, looking fly as hell, wearing a minimum of 3-inch heels, preferably higher, and dancing your ass off into the wee hours of the morning. That was what I was doing.
Yeah, this is white people's definition of it.
How many believe that is true? I mean, how gullible are we? As gullible as believing that she hasn't had any partners whatsoever.
Yeah.
Can we settle something for the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you kiss Akaash right now?
I don't even know if I want to see it.
On the lips.
Okay,
Prove everybody wrong.
But it's gonna mess my life.
Bring that ass over here. Bring that ass over here.
How many of you think that that was beneficial? Two things could have happened here. Number one, of which I don't believe it's to be true, she literally, in the moment, was going to go over and give him a kiss thinking, you know what? I got to suck it up. I got to kiss my man in front of other people, as uncomfortable as I am, because I've embarrassed him and I have to give him this one right now, or else it's over. He then turns away. The one time that she's going to actually give you what you want, you use that to make fun of her, to put her down, when she's finally doing something nice, something that you want. Be like wanting a girl to go down on you, and she never does. And the first time that she's actually going to do it, you walk away and you make fun of her. What are the odds she's going to try and do that again? And so all you did was teach her to avoid you even more. Every time she gets close to kissing you, especially with other people around, she has negative emotions. It gives her the ick. She's uncomfortable. And so why would you put her through that? Just because she's done something to you? What, are we evening the score? It's you against her? This is ridiculous. How good a relationship is the sum of its parts? 1 + 1 = 2. You're not trying to outdo each other. Option number 2, which is what I believe. This was staged. He said, you know what? At some point, they're going to ask you to kiss me. and I'm going to give you the cheek and turn away. Imagine thinking that there was no chance that this would come up. You don't think that these people had, what, a week or two to plan what was going on in this interview? To, in advance, say, these are the questions that we're going to ask. What is popping your pussy? Make sure that you look it up. Find out on the Urban Dictionary. Find a way to get away with it.
When Akaash is sick, how do you behave?
Ooh.
Can I just say, I feel like you guys are a little bit, like you guys exaggerate a lot. And just...
What?
No.
Yeah.
Never.
And for context...
They ask her a question. What do you think about when he's sick? What do you feel? I think that people just exaggerate, that they aren't actually sick. Because my experience in my body is I once had a situation where I was sick and I was able to get through it. Really. And so you felt that way, but no one else in the world can truly actually be sick because you weren't. Because you were able to deal with it, no one else can actually be sick. They're exaggerating.
For me, like an hour before my emergency gallbladder surgery, my stomach was killing me.
Oh, no.
And remember, I had to interview Blau for journalism school, and I still interviewed him.
Her stomach was killing her, and yet she still was able to do the interview. Maybe it wasn't actually killing her. Maybe she wasn't all that bad. Maybe her experience of her own pain was minimal in comparison. Two same people can get their wisdom teeth out. One is in agony, requires Tylenol 3s, various medications, can't go to work. The other person, a little Tylenol, it wasn't a big deal. Just because one person had no problem get their wisdom teeth out doesn't mean that if somebody else experiences pain that they're a pussy.
So I feel like women are just built different. We're built to withstand suffering.
Yes.
Yeah, women are built different to withstand suffering. The men are going to simp and say, yeah, you're right. You women, because you girls, you deliver babies. That is painful. And so you guys can withstand anything way more enduring than men. Where are those women when it's time to go to war? When it's time to fight for your country? Putting your life on the line, outside for days, being hunted, scared that the next breath will be your last. Where were they in the history of man? And what about those who are perhaps fishing lobsters out on the boats? The most dangerous jobs in the world. How many of those horrendously difficult jobs are done by women? And so, we can handle anything. We can withstand it all. I'm not saying that delivering a baby is easy. Of course, it's horrendously painful. But if you're going to sit there and act like women got it way harder and they're just tougher than men, I got something to tell you. You're wrong. Men can suffer like no other. And let's bring it back to the gym since this is a fitness channel. How many women do you see in the gym training who train harder than men? Some are. But if we took a random sample going to any gym that you want, I don't care. My gym, I go to Good Life. If I pick 10 women training versus 10 men, do you think on average that the men are pushing themselves harder than the women? If we look at the UFC, very difficult sport, what percentage of the competitors are men in comparison to women? Or the most difficult sports in the world? For example, the Tour de France, 21 days. Bike riding, perhaps 4 to 6 hours a day. Notice that men are the ones out there doing it. Now, are there women that could do it? Absolutely. But to sit there and say that women can suffer more than men, that men are in comparison just exaggerating their discomfort when they're sick. Why would you do that?
But when you kiss Akaash, there's like real horniness
Yeah,
behind
like he's,
it.
he's
I think
daddy.
it's just like this
Yeah. Akaash is daddy or what?
Yeah.
zaddy.
Oh.
Akaash is a zaddy. I no longer take it as a compliment. If Akaash can be a zaddy, then I don't want it. We all know I have the Zaddy Cup playing pickleball my birthday for my 49th, 50th birthday. And so I thought being a zaddy actually meant something. But if you can treat a zaddy like this, then I want no part of it.
What's his favorite position?
Oh, you guys got a lot of.
You don't have to
say?
answer. Yeah, fellas.
And so they ask, hey, what's his favorite position? Of which he says, yeah, you're not answering. And thank God that they didn't. We don't want to find out that, like Wes Watson, he likes to get pegged. Ding, 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 ding.
On TikTok, I showed the bruise, like not like I didn't show my full ass cheek, but I just show a little bit. Rishi, who's my dermatologist and my brother, amazing like practitioner.
So when you say weird sexual things, you think it's absurd?
Yeah.
But you were unique in your innocence with each other.
I think that was the mistake I made, is like thinking that people would understand that.
They will not.
Immediately, no. This is all bullshit. This is a lie. Can you not see the bullshit? I can smell it from here. Maybe it's the remnants of this freaking shovel. When you're innocent, virgin till marriage, had only one partner in your life, do you really think that those are the types of people that are going to record videos flirting with their dermatologist with their ass hanging out, naked, joking about wanting to be with a man with a 10-incher having an orgy? Or would it in fact be the opposite? People who have been playing the field, perhaps they have 50 partners. They've been ran through. The village bicycle. Which person do you think is more likely to show their ass on Instagram and flirt with other men? The woman who saved herself until marriage, or the woman who was giving it away like samples at your local Costco? The Costco hoe ass. I rest my case. This is my analysis of the Akaash situation. I've offered my critique and I've offered my solution. It's up to Akaash to listen. I don't see anyone else offering any solutions. Many, as in tons of channels, are covering this. Essentially, Akaash is the meme simp of the world, but no one has said to him anything he can actually do about it. They suggested, hey, get a divorce, move on. This is potential advice, but what about the postnuptial agreement? That is his saving grace. And so Akaash, if you're listening, present her with the postnuptial agreement. And if she signs it, you get the last laugh. You are right and we are all wrong. And as always, my advice, get in the shape of your life. Start taking Turk Builder Max or Turk Platinum. Of course, you can also take GO2 Max, various protein powders, pre-workouts, creatine. The list goes on. And don't forget about my cookbook. I've sold nearly 100,000 copies. And if you're interested in getting the shape of your life, click the link in the description. And so if you'd like anything that I offer from the supplements, don't forget to enter code Greg for 15% off. If you can't lose the weight, Akaash, if you can't get healthy, perhaps you have lower levels of testosterone, you can go to Algor-X, you can get enclomiphene, testosterone, you can get terzipatide, GLP-1s, and so on. And don't forget to enter code Greg to save yourself 10%. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. And until next time, I'm out.